Award-winning South African gospel musician Dumi Mkokstad won the Best Gospel Songwriter at the 16th Crown Gospel Music Awards last year. He had bagged a total of 5 nominations at those awards. He was born in Durban. Growing up in a family of musicians, he was exposed to music from a very young age. He joins us in studio to tell us more about his plans for the year. Thank you for your time. Also, thanks for coming in on an inspirational Sunday. We listened to your music just a short while ago, really just getting us into the swing of a religious day. You have, released your music, starting off your career at the tender age of just 10 years old. Most people at 10 are not even thinking of music. What inspired you?
Greetings once again to you and to Babugela Makaya. At that age, you don't think about music. You don't think I want to be an artist most of the time. So for me, it was my mom who had the vision for the family. We were going through a lot, and Unkulunkulu just put it in her. I actually have given you guys gifts, all of you in the family. Why are you struggling? Why aren't you using your gifts? That is when then we started going to Mkokstad in town. We'd go and sing in the streets. Mkokstad, go sing in front of supermarkets. We'd go sing at funerals. And then just less than a year from the time we started, then the breakthrough came. That's when we actually knew it was God. That's
an incredible story. I mean, we're now sitting here, we're talking about you in the game, in the industry, well over 20 years and winning numerous awards. Yes. How have you managed to create this incredible music? What has inspired you?
I think salvation itself is enough inspiration. Wazana no Jesu in its own is enough inspiration. I think that is where I draw most of my inspiration in terms of writing as well. Yeah. The desire for me to tell people about Christ and tell them about what He can do for them. That is how we sell Christ to people, because we understand that the Bible says that we must seek ye first His kingdom, and everything else shall follow. Yeah. That everything else shall follow is also important, because in our days people believe in tangible things. So we want them to know that if you come to Christ, He is a resourcer. He will give you whatever that you desire. So yes, the Bible says we must delight ourselves in Him, and He will give us the desires of our hearts. Absolutely. So that is how I always try and write my music. But more than anything, also I want people to relate to my music. I want people to find a message that is relevant for them. So recently I just wrote a song that is titled Ngeke Kuhlale Kunje, featuring my brother Utulano, who's a motivational speaker. So messages like that, I want people to know and inspire and give hope to people as well through my music.
Ngeke Kuhlale Kunje, give us a teaser of that. It sounds like such a
powerful
affirmation. You are a singer.
Ngeke kuhlale kunje. So it's a 4/4. Ngeke kuhlale kunje. Ngeke kuhlale kunje namaki. Ngeke kuhlale.
That's incredibly powerful. Things will change irrespective of what you're going through.
It doesn't matter what it is that you're going through right now, especially January right now. A lot of people will probably be going through a lot. So we want to tell people that whatever you're going through, it will not remain the same. By the time the Easters come, Nkulunkulu will have changed your story for the better.
Yeah. You also do a lot of, the preaching you do on the podium in church. Talk to us about that.
So, I'm not really a preacher. I'm not a preacher. I worship a church. I'm a worshiper. I do a lot of things, including playing sports. I was just telling my sister here, Uguti, in fact, yesterday's cup was supposed to go to Naturena because...
you guys can wrestle it out after this.
Kune won everything for us yesterday, and the players that scored were from Kaizer Chiefs. So I do a lot of things, including sports.
You have to get that part off your chest. Talk to us about, I mean, the gospel industry is an incredibly competitive space. I mean,
Yes,
it's grown and advanced over the years. The music, the genre in itself is more multifaceted now than it was before. In terms of sustainability and relevance, I know earlier you said you try and ensure that you speak to the people in your messaging.
Yes, sir.
Sustaining your career, I mean, you're still pretty young, having started way too soon.
Yeah.
How are you sustaining yourself, and what's on your plan for 2024?
Okay, so I think what's really helping me in terms of sustaining myself is to understand the industry. Understanding the changing time of the industry, respecting people in the industry, respecting the industry itself, understanding the importance of opportunity. Just yesterday I was singing at Pretoria, and 20 minutes that you're given, when people come and say we're giving you 20 minutes to go on stage, that should be a lot of time for you to make sure that you give the best of yourself to people, minister in the best possible way to people. So for me, it's just making sure that you use every opportunity that you're given. Mm-hmm. If you have to wake up at 3 a.m. and come to Newzroom,
that's what we do.
Yeah, you have to do that, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. A lot of people want to be in the seats right now, and the fact that Nkulunkulu has made it possible for me to be here, it means I have to be grateful, and being grateful means me coming and utilizing the opportunity to the best of my ability. Apart from that, I think grace Nkulunkulu, just God's grace, it sustains us. There's nothing that I'm better with from the others. They're amazing singers. As you have said, we see the industry is very competitive, but God's grace sustains us.
And very quickly, did gospel choose you, or did you choose gospel?
That's a good question, tricky one, because ngikule kaya and a family that taught me the gospel. But at some point I had to choose, is that what I want for myself? There's hip-hop, there's piano, there's all these cool things that people do. I mean, I want to be cool, but I'd rather be cool for Christ. So that's a decision that I had to make. So I don't know how you'd want to put it.
Don't worry, you're still cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think you come pretty high. Thank you so much for coming in studio to talk to us, and really inspiring to have spoken to you. Dumi Mkokstad, of course, speaking to us there, and really just talking to us about his musical journey. On the